Don't talk about it. Welcome. It's 89 degrees and has just begun to bake. It's World Brain Day, something like that. Happy, Pappy? Or not happy, Pappy? We're doing this in loving memory of Mac Attack. Rest in peace, little guy. You were an amazing guinea pig, and you will be missed by everyone who got the chance to meet you. I hope that the afterlife gives you all the treats and goodies that you love. Signed, Santa Barbara, California, where the signs say that our deer, well, they can fly. I can fly, I can fly. And that's the very dead, the truth. Les amigos. All right, let's get through the trash here. What's going on? Nirvana's been gone for a long time. There's Santa Barbara, there's our kids, there's oh no, it rings true. The kids will still win. And we're for that. Today's Brain Day. Enter your PIN now, people. But that's the date. We're at 100%. What's trending? The Nationals, the Giants, the Royals, the Rockies. Ooh, everything in the Dow. Dow is down. The computer doesn't even want to deal with that stuff. Holy moly. Coming to you from the Dead Poets Society, Bela Lugosi at the Mercury Lounge, holding on to our Bible so that the Latter-day Saints don't steal it from us today. And we should be practicing the Tchaikovsky trio, right? Because we're getting back to playing that cello. But unfortunately, our addiction to the online company known as YouTube, coming to you from the Psychos at Psycho Studio. Yeah. Since 2005, you've had me addicted to your platform. So we are doing our protest now. Freedom of speech, bro, but freedom of expression. We're going to do a step-by-step escalation to prepare Bela Lugosi Biz, their account. Before we post, we're going to make the profile look legitimate and complete. We'll use a logo recognizable, not one that can be stolen by this particular troll who has been harassing and bullying us for 5 years now. And there's a bullet with a whole bunch of their information waiting for them from our friends at Bloom County. Let's see if I even recognize that. What is that? No. I would say it's a B flat, but I think Rick Beato's going to say, ooh, that I'm close. It was a B flat. So, Rick, you said I would lose my perfect pitch. I guess even without practicing, it's going to stick. Let's use a neutral bio, though, right? Let's not go after names and people and their animals and their pets and their pet peeves and all of that. Let's not go after those people. We'll use a neutral bio that's going to say creator, safety, documentation, music, film, and online harassment. Hey there, people. Threatening the uploader. They're going to say, don't threaten this other uploader. That's what we're going against. And for infection control purposes, we encourage you to take us with you when you leave, all right? Now, all of this, we don't have time. We're just not going to do it right now. But look what it says. We should blur the child's face. I'll show you the child in question. Addresses, telephone numbers, the sexually, we can't even say that, the sexually, explicit parts of the thumbnail. That means this one over here, right? The one of my mama with a Steely Dan, we're saying, but it's a latex. A pianist. Remember we made the joke? It's a 10-inch pianist on a doorknob. Well, we thought that was probably not the right thing to say. Nobody would get the joke, or it wasn't good to be on YouTube saying the pianist joke instead of penis, right? The 10-inch penis. There's another one. It says my mama. She's an old lady, but there's a penis on a doorknob. But just a little while ago, we saw someone who's famous, the Piano Man. Remember the dude known as the Piano Man? He's on stage with some violinist, and he's saying, "You're totally destroying my work." And then they pull out another grand piano. I mean, it took a lot of effort for them to make this video. And that Billy Joel starts to play for them how they need to play his stuff. Now, people are laughing. He says, you know, this crowd will laugh at anything. Is that YouTube? Oh, someone's in the room. King Moyen wrote Moyen 1363. Nice to see you, my Moyle. But we're talking about important things here. All right, the child's face will have to be covered. So we're going to cover him, them, everyone involved here. Addresses and the phone numbers, so we won't tell you how to get in touch with the FBI or the missing children, exploited children phone numbers. We won't even mention dial 988 if you have a problem with mental health. I don't know if that's a very smart thing, YouTube, not to allow us to say dial 988. Some people might need this help. I think your situation, which is your way of running things, it needs to change now. There have been too many deaths. We can't say deaths. We can't say killings. We can't say killing in the name of. We can't say any of that. We have to say unalived, right? The passing away. We understand it's very important. It's not helping. The date the complaint was rejected. So that's going to be over here in my, well, there's the sister. So this was the original picture we sent. And we wrote, the title is, "This is a picture of my sister." We sent the picture with that title, and you wrote back to me over here, we need more. We looked carefully. Here, let us send you YouTube's privacy guidelines. I don't need to be sent to look at another one of your videos that you can't talk to me. Don't you have a phone number? Oh, that's right, you don't. Now, they said that I can't point out that you sent the police to my door and that you pinged my phone illegally. That's me harassing you. Well, that starts to sound like this story with Reckless Ben. That's what they said about him. It doesn't work like that. That's what the lawyers are going to tell you. If you send me a warrant, you put my real name, you come to my real address, you hire an honorable judge from San Mateo. That's where I was born. Where were you born, CEO Neil? All right, I'm supposed to blur out that phone number so that you don't, harass Mr. Detective Milan there. This is my eldest daughter. She sent me something. She was probably joking, but it shows our Homeland Security in Santa Barbara, which of course is the harbor. And then she wrote, the wood is deal. But she was making a joke because the cops, when they came to my door, the word is what she meant. The word was deal. And he said, here's the deal. They all say that. You're always going to tell me what the deal is. Let's see what the deal is right now. Video is blocked. Tweaking and empathy are words. Why did you block it? Do you want to know? Of course you know why. Because there was a song by the group King Crimson that Justin Hopkins, Rides Again, would love to listen to that song. And my students would love to hear it because it's all about vocabulary. And I was talking to these trolls who were trying to tell me what tweak meant. And I tried to explain it means several different things. Instead of them just accepting or looking it up for themselves, they went off on a tirade that took so long, but I read it all. They never have time for me. I had to ask them, are there any more doctors in the house? Seriously, how many more of you are SAT geniuses who know all about the brain, all about going down to that mental health facility down the street from me? It happened here first. Our journalists at the Santa Barbara News Press were closed up by duct tape on their face. I can't show you names. I can't show you people. Why not? I wrote to you, this person has been harassing and defaming me while impersonating for the past 5 years. That Rick Beato's going to say, whoa, let's confront these people. Because they got me swatted. What is a swatting? Nobody knows. It's when the police department comes over to your house for a fake crime. Even the sergeant, soon to be Capitan Cordova, didn't know. He said, no, that's not what swatting is. And he told me something else in what they say is their vernacular. Now, if the police can tell me what a certain word means, why can't I tell it back to some troll who's going to be here saying that I wrote too much to them? Look how much they write to me. Here's the one I read to you yesterday. They were talking about the world. But look what they wrote here. I can only assume you are unfamiliar with the common and specific meaning of the term tweaking, quote unquote, when referring to intoxication. Now that brings me right to this case, because the video that I was responding to was called Teachers Tweaking, Twerking Technique. It was a brilliant title, but everyone got pissed off because the body cam footage of the police showing up to these teachers, there were 7 of them, apparently because they were under the influence of alcohol, everybody had to say something in the comments by saying, that's not what tweaking means. They missed the whole point of the video. That was the teachers were tweaking the twerking technique so that the kids knew what tweaking really means. And this person wants to say it is misleading because the idea of 7 teachers twerking is like way above your heads. They're harassing me. They're manipulating my photos, my work, the only thing I got left. And they're taking my family. That's my nephew now. And they keep saying PDF file, that you know what they're trying to say. You know what they mean. You don't? Oh, that's right. The computer doesn't know. The machine doesn't know. Susan doesn't know. Algorithm 9, Mr. 9, Mr. 9, you allow this guy on private property and you say it's okay. You allow other people to say, that lady's unstable, and it's okay. You allow me to have someone who wants to beat me up freely. You didn't want to see it. Why was he going to beat me up? I don't do anything wrong. We're just a band. Bela Lugosi is just a band. We're okay with the L, G, B, T, Q, A, and X. We're okay with everyone. Freedom of expression, except not fake phone numbers and not harassment on a site. It's supposed to be safety now. And look, that's one of your YouTubers who's making a monthly payment. Well, you're giving him monthly payments. Paydo? Libre audits? So you can throw that Paydo word freely, but you're not allowing me to play a song called Elephant Talk by King Crimson, that it's just words. It starts out accusations, agreements. It goes into the B's, bicker, brouhaha, balderdash, ballyhoo. It goes into the C's, criticism, chit chat, all the way to the hospital. Lord Crichton's IRL, it means in real life. Finally found peace from Britney's trolls. How? I just went to the hospital. They did a good thing. They sent me into the hospital. Now I need you to say, okay, Misha, you've been working with us since 2005. You never did anything wrong. And we need now to get this troll who's been harassing and bullying and stalking you for the past 5 years, but not just you. It looks like your family, your friends, anybody connected to you. And Bourbon Street. It's time that we do something nice for you and your mental health. Our psychiatrist up at San Bruno Corporate in California, YouTube Corporate, is now going to take care of you and all the mooching that we did on your behalf and everything that we let happen to your kids, your friends, and the rest of your family. And now it looks like the nephew and his kids. Call me, YouTube. You have my number. Or swap me one more time. All right, we're putting this on pause since nobody's talking. Okay, we're continuing the stream. It does say World Brain Day, which we're talking about the rights for individuals in mental health facilities. This picture I showed you, though, I just showed it because it's a cellist by the name of Mislav Rostropovich. And those of us, like Misha Maisky, are into great cellists. Well, we know Casals, Piatigorsky, and Rostropovich were the best. There's some others we're going to mention later, but they're women, so we'll do a special thing. This is my daughter, per day Lord Crichton. After this, that's me being married to Sandra Crichton. But here we're at Disneyland. This is famous, right? And everyone's going, yoo-hoo! I can feel heavy metal, ooh-hoo, and I'm pins and I'm needles. I know. This is the Godfather, Gilles Pape, which is Papa spelt backwards. We could do a whole thing where we're in front of a mirror right now, and we'll show you. Yeah. AP by the Transylvania Mountain Boys at this spot, which is called a certain beach in Santa Barbara, California, home of the newlyweds and newlydeads, which has nothing to do with this spot. with the first marriage, with my first wife. That's the Mediterranean. As you can tell, like there's no waves, there's no sharks. It's kind of like rocks. There's no sand. This person came to our wedding, didn't agree with it, didn't even want to dress correctly. We're not going to get into that. All I'm saying is that in the beginning of this, I showed you that my daughter, who's now about maybe in her 40s, we're not going to get into that, but back here, she was in her 20s. She wrote something like, "Go now." Yeah, we were playing a game. Go and fetch. There are kids and goats. As you remember, the kids are the upstairs neighbors who are leaking into our household right now. And the other leak is here. If you know these low-income housings, this isn't going to be very long before their couch falls onto whoever is going to be hanging out on my couch. Hopefully nobody. I want to tell you that Brad Nack is having a show at Roy this entire spring of 2026. Go see his stuff. I want to tell you that the Santa Barbara International Film Festival, well, that's over. Do you remember when it was cool to get stamps? Did you ever collect stamps? I doubt it. There's nobody who's on my channel right now who remembers even taking these pictures, developing them themselves, or being like, I know how to take Polaroids. Well, the Polaroid, I do have a bunch of those. That's Bella Lugosi. There's Gilles with a different nephew. Well, the nephew who, that's Ari. So Gilles Lepape, the famous violinist, unknown fiddler from Santa Barbara, with the two members of Bella Lugosi, Sandra and Mark Crichton, on the couch of the people known as the Covies, we're going to say. We can't say the real name because the trolls might then start to harass my mama, even though they're doing it already, but they'll try to get into her bank account again, which they already tried to do. And that's a cold thing to do, I think. Don't you? No, you have no way of knowing. All right, there's me and per day, Lord Crichton, in Las Vegas. There wouldn't have been a problem. There's her friend Ray, and other violinists and pianists who were part of a thing called MAC, Music and Arts Conservatory of Santa Barbara. This is at Universal Studios, and per day Lord Crichton is about to be doused by a lot of water. This is Xanthi Bodnar when she was a kid with a cat called Chauncey, because back at the time when per day was a kid, me and per day's mom, we were inside of a house that we found the cat. And if we had not found the cat, well, the cat would be dead. So we called the cat Chauncey. She got lucky. This is Ray with per day Lord Crichton at a park down in Santa Barbara, California, home of the newlyweds and newlydeads. This has one of the characters who played in Bella Lugosi back in a certain time. Her name is Jessie. Jessie, remember. This is the character known as Mark Crichton, Lord Crichton, with that hairstyle where maybe I'm doing that now, right? I might have to change my look. Here's a couple kids in a pool. Here's a couple kids on a couch. I think one of them belongs to the violinist that I will be playing with tomorrow. Here's a bunch of kids at the Music Academy of the West when we had a studio. In that studio is where we recorded several of the recordings for the group Bella Lugosi. There's my mama, Lana Bodnar. There's some more people from the group. There's some more over there. There will be so much evidence that you don't know that Marseille doesn't have an S in the end. Don't waste your life writing about Marseille if you don't know it doesn't have an S at the end. And then the person we think who's trolling me could be this person, which is my son. which unfortunate, but we need to catch him. Right, Bella? That's right. And Flamenco Fatal from England, thanks for calling me at the time when I was talking to LA Film School. Turns out it was a scam. We'll get into that later. But there is their Purday Crichton and her mama. But there, it's all about Disneyland. Disneyland wants to keep it safe. Don't you? Why not? Put your complaints here. Stick that in your mouth. And, oh, I'm sorry, I can't be talking like that. Original cast recording from the New York Rock Ensemble by Yoko Ono. And then, of course, this here is The Ark. Food, water, blankets. Can sustain one person, you narcissical F-U-C-K, for 3 days. When it's up to you to help yourself. Let us help you help yourself. 3 people in the hall. None of you are going to talk? Just say yes or no. All right. Since nobody's talking, we're walking. All right, we're playing from a Radio Shack radio. There's some piano for you. That's Billy Joel, right? We told you he's on YouTube right now with a violinist going, dude, you're massacring my music. And then they pull out a, I don't know, 15-foot Steinway, we're going to say, especially for him. And it's like everybody forgot. Do you forget when he was young and he's at a show and he was so mad at you trolls that he actually kicked over his piano? I know, impossible, right? It's impossible that this man was able... The manager gave him a style. I mean, have you seen him when he kicks that piano over? He's pretending that it's maybe like this, like a baby grand or an upright. There's no way he could kick this thing over. Word, man. God's word. There's no way that he could do what he did. That was back in the 70s. There's no way that I can go and prove it to you. But right now, online, that the violinist, where I know what you're saying, there's too much violence in the world. We don't need any more violence, especially in today's schools. Do you see I tore that off the kids? No, the dad. Yeah, I was bad. Listen. Sorry, I'm going to turn off this radio for a second. So that's analog from Radio Shack, and it's coming from a radio station called KTYD. If the algorithm of YouTube right now makes some sort of crackdown because they heard Billy Joel's music and he's like trending right now because you have him trending online, which I find is unfair from us who are doing analog. What is analog? Something you guys in the digital world will never understand. We feel it. I don't feel like listening to that. There you go. No, but you heard it. Da, 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 da. He's going to be talking about baseball. And musicians always wanted to be sports people. And sports people always wanted to be musicians. Musicians always wanted to be actors. And actors always wanted to be musicians. Now, it's nothing to do with this stuff. All right, so this is dimwit, they're saying. DeWitt. He's a fake motorcycle cop, and he's faking a lot. All right, so this is the algorithm I'm showing you right now. This is, what do you call that when we bring the curtain back. Justin Hawkins lies again. No, I'm just joking, dude. I just don't know the words, but he does a really good intro. And so we're going to do some sort of intro. This is Beavis and Butthead. And this is the Sega, but look here. Forget about the Genesis too. It's the Viacom Productions. They're the ones who are living right now. I don't even want to go in there. And on your TV sets, and you guys know, they track you. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll totally understand what's happening right now. Day before yesterday filmed this. You will look, oh yeah, day before yesterday, there it is. It's something about where the students, they unveil some new mural. Nobody cares. That's what the algorithm said. But this, unfortunately, now we're weeks later after this has happened. But a couple days ago, I filmed it. This person knows he is what's considered a reporter extraordinaire. Now, a reporter who's being extraordinary, getting some little kids pissed. Well, and he knows, except he doesn't know because he's not online. He's not part of the Genesis. He's not part of the Viacom Productions. He's not coming from Marseille, but with an S. You know you guys spell it with an S. That's illegal. All right. So here's... Ooh. Oh. And you hear that? That's my mama calling, going, you dropped me. All right, Mama, I'm trying to work. All right, stop laughing. Stop laughing. It says there's 0 people in the hall, but I know there's 5 of you right now listening to me, laughing at me. I am your IRL. Laughing cow, right? Do you remember? Look how much better I looked. We all looked better back then, didn't we? The thing is, in this game, it's who has more hair. Yes, you're understanding. It doesn't matter what your age is right now. Between you and me, all right, I think he's got the same amount of hair. John Palmentary is an activist for the good of Santa Barbara, California, home of the newlyweds and dead. Nearly dead. There's a new listing, though. We can add you. We might need, what did they say in here? New victims. Now, that doesn't seem right. Right? Why do we need more victims? This guy's got kids. They all got kids. They all know this guy. This guy, he's not got it all together. Perfect. Didn't we talk about Jeremy DeWitt, whatever? Jeremy DeWitt is trying to be a cop. He wanted all his life to be a cop. He's become super famous on YouTube. And there's reasons why. Because we listen to their prison phone calls. The prison phone calls, it's like guys hanging out with me right now. All of you. Come on. You're all welcome. If you're punks, what did we see? Something happened at Mosswood, right? That we're calling Masswood. Something, it's an awesome alternative to what we call, Coachella. Here it is. All right. I am now more truthful than you. Right now, this would be the moment when you will be turning me in. Like I've been turning in all of you punks. These kids who drew 39 citations, that means 39 of you. 39 of you. You want to know what the difference between me and you is? That you can be caught, and that's you listening right now. You can be caught. It doesn't matter if you're even here. Just listen to me carefully. Look. This is part of the game, people. Be serious. Screen shot. Starting now. Dum, ba-ba-da-dum, bum, bum. July 17th. 2026. The voice, the news, he's crazy, right? Yeah. I'm singing Tchaikovsky. Know how to spell it. Dun, that's not how it's spelled. Dun. All right, there's Goleta. Clean up. Please, will you just get down now? No, don't get down tonight. Right now. Get serious. I know you're there or you're not listening. I have those two choices now. Look directly into the eyes of Doctor Who. Prepare yourself to play a game that you are not, what was the word? Informed? No. Intoxicated, intrigated, you don't even want to play right now, do you? Come on, look me in the eyes. Ooh. Do you want to play a game? Shh. It's called shh. Don't talk about it. You can right now make the decision. Do you want this to keep going? Or shh.